Once upon a time, when the sun rises over a small village called Umudike, which is located in the heart of Mkpa town, the air was fresh. The smell of roasted corn floated in from the roadside, and the sound of cock crows filled the sky. Men and women all busy with their day. There was Chief Nduka, one of the weirdest men in the town, respected for his past leadership in the local government, and also known for being kind and strict. People in the village used to gossip about him, wondering why he haven't gotten married at 50 years old. I mean, he had everything, but still not married. One of his friends, Chief Mark, a very tall dark man, who invited him to his village for a traditional ceremony. On his way there, he drove past a young girl called Amaka. She had a bright skin toned, her legs long like that of an antelope, her eyes sparkling, her hair long. She had a very beautiful smile. Chief Nduka stopped quickly to talk to her. "Hello, beautiful girl. How are you?" "I am fine, sir. Good day," as she looked at him, surprised. "What is your name, pretty girl?" "My name is Amaka," she said. Chief Nduka smiled and introduced himself. "My name is Chief Nduka." Before he could finish, Amaka cut him short. "I know who you are." Chief Nduka wasn't surprised, but was happy she knew him. They chatted for a while and wanted to drop her off, but she refused. When she got home, she told her mother, who stopped her on her way home. Her mother was surprised and asked what he wanted from her, but she said she had no clue as she folds her hands. Chief Nduka made it to his friend's house. He met his friend Chief Mark on his sitting room with his other visitors. He stood up to greet him. One name, he walked straight to him and hugged him. They chatted for a while, and he also told him about the girl he had met. Chief Mark was speechless at the mention of a girl because he knows Chief Nduka very well. Not only that, a young girl. "I know the little girl you have met, daughter of late Mazi Nwosu." Chief Mark told him their whole family history. "I want to marry her," he said, his eyes piercing. "Mark, I'm serious." Chief Mark looked at him and saw he was serious about what he just said. "Okay, I will take you to her house so you can see her mother," he added. The next morning, Amaka was in their compound, spreading her mother's wrapper she just finished washing on the rope, when she saw a flashy clean jeep driving into their compound. She quickly stopped what she was doing. When she sighted Chief Nduka, she walked up to him. "What are you doing here, sir?" Chief Nduka stepped out of his car with his good friend, Chief Mark. "I'm here to see you and your mother," he said. Amaka was curious. What could he want with her or her mother? In the next minute, her mother came out of the house. She was surprised to see them, but also happy. "Hey, who is here?" "Your Excellency, the Honorable." "You are welcome, sirs. What brings you people to my compound?" she asked, while offering them chair to sit. She was filled with joy to see Chief Nduka and Chief Mark. "Greetings, Mrs. Nwosu. Don't be alarmed, for we are here for good," Chief Mark said. Amaka didn't join them. She quietly went inside the house, and her mother spoke with them for a while. Along the line, they told her mother what brought them to their house. "My friend here came to ask your daughter's hand in marriage," Chief Mark said. Mrs. Wonsu was very shocked as she quickly stood up, pointing fingers at him. You are old enough to be her father. Amaka, my daughter, is just 20 years old. Why would you say or even think of such? Are you not ashamed of yourself?" As she raised her voice, untying and retying her wrapper back, looking furious. But the chiefs kept their cool. They just watched her as she acted out of character. Chief Nduka broke the silence, saying, "Mrs. Nwosu, I will take care of your daughter and your family. I will even send her back to school," looking at her with a sincere eyes. When Mrs. Nwosu heard all that he had said, she stopped shouting and sat down. "But do you even know my daughter? Will she accept to marry an old man?" "Mrs. Nwosu, we have talked, but I would like you to talk to her again on my behalf, if you would accept me as your son-in-law," Chief Nduka pleaded. That night, Mrs. Nwosu sat Amaka down, pleading with her to accept Chief Nduka's proposal so that their lives would get better. Amaka cried hard, thought about it, and later agreed to marry Chief Nduka. In 2 days, word got to the villagers that Amaka was going to marry an old chief. People gossiped about the marriage. How such a young girl could agree to marry an old man like Chief Nduka? Some said it was juju and called him a ritualist. Some said it was love at first sight. Others said it was money. And some believed the girl's parents had pushed her into it. Amaka's family was poor. Her father died years ago when she was still little, leaving her mother to raise her 4 siblings alone. Amaka hawked sachet water, popcorn. They struggled to survive. So when Chief Nduka came with gifts, money and promises of a better life, Amaka's mom saw it as a blessing and agreed. At first, Amaka wasn't happy with the idea. She wanted to go to school and become a nurse and marry someone handsome, successful, and close to her age. Someone she could love. Even her mother's friend, Auntie Uju, tried talking to her mother about it, and her mother kept saying, "Marriage is not only about love, my daughter. This man will take care of you and our family." On the wedding day, Mrs. Wonsu gathered women from the village. Even her friends from church came to help her cook, and the whole village gathered. Cultural dancers displayed. Women of the village also danced, and men of their village gossiped behind. Some looked at Amaka with pity, others with envy. Chief Nduka smiled proudly as he was asked to come dance with his new wife, holding the hands of his young, beautiful bride. He was very happy to have married Amaka. After the wedding ceremony, Amaka followed Chief Nduka back to his mansion in the town. At first, life in the big mansion was good. Amaka wore very expensive wigs, beaded lace, and fancy shoes, ate good food, and had many servants to do chores for her. But after a few months, things began to change. Chief Nduka became very strict, controlling, and had insecurity issues. He didn't want her going out without his permission, and even when he permits, there must be bodyguard left and right, watching her every move. and report to the chief. One day at the supermarket, a very handsome masculine man approached her. Just a casual conversation about a particular product he wanted to get for his mother. But Chief Nduka flamed up in anger, and his bodyguards almost beat this man. The man was saved and dragged out by the supermarket security nearby. Chief Nduka didn't like her talking to young men in the town. He wanted her to always stay at home, cooking his meals and keeping him company. The age difference between them became clear when Amaka wanted to talk about her dreams of going to nursing school, as he promised her mother, or anything that relates to her future. Chief Nduka will always cut her short and talk about the old days and village politics. Even when she wants to hang out with her friends, he would say she was behaving like a child and discouraged her. Slowly, Amaka began to feel like a bird in a golden cage, surrounded by wealth, but with no freedom or future. One day, Amaka's childhood friend Ada came to visit her and saw the sadness in her eyes. Ada told her, "My friend, you are too young to live like this. Marriage should not feel like a prison. You shouldn't endure a marriage, but live and enjoy the bliss of marriage." That night, Amaka couldn't sleep. She thought about how she had traded her dreams of becoming an auxiliary nurse for family comfort. "Oh my God, I have become a sacrificial lamb for my family." She was deep in her thoughts. She remembered the stories her grandmother used to tell her, stories of young women who gave up their freedom for riches, only to regret it later. A year later, Amaka was already pregnant when Chief Nduka fell seriously sick. Amaka cared for him, but inside her, she was empty and so lonely. She had learned that money could buy a house, clothes, cars, and food, but it could not buy happiness or true companionship. Not up to 4 months, Chief Nduka eventually passed away. After her husband's funeral service, his relatives pushed Amaka out of her husband's house. The villagers expected Amaka to inherit his wealth and every other thing as his wife and the mother of his unborn child. But the chief's relatives came and claimed everything, leaving her with nothing. Amaka couldn't fight them. She cried bitterly and returned to her mother's house. But now she knows better, wiser, and determined to born and raise her child by herself and rebuild her life on her own terms. Don't let poverty push you into a marriage you don't want. Rich is fate, but your happiness is priceless. Amaka learned too late that a marriage built on sacrifice, not love, is a debt the heart keeps paying, and the only true wealth is the life you build for yourself. Marriage should be built on love, respect, and mutual understanding, not just wealth or promises. Money can buy comfort, but it cannot buy genuine affection, emotional connection, or trust. A partner's wealth may fill your house, but only love will fill your heart. Sacrificing your dreams for short-term comfort often leads to long-term regrets. Amaka traded her dream of becoming a nurse for her family's financial relief. In the end, she lost both her dream and her security. Temporary solutions should not destroy lifelong ambitions. Compatibility in age, mindset, and life goals matters. Marriage is more than living under the same roof. It's about sharing interests, energy, and visions for the future. A big gap in life stages can leave one partner feeling unheard, lonely, or trapped. Parental pressure can shape and sometimes ruin a child's future. Out of desperation, Amaka's mother saw Chief Nduka as a blessing, not realizing she was pushing her daughter into a life of emotional imprisonment. Parents should protect their children's happiness, not sell it for survival. Wealth without freedom is like a golden cage. Amaka lived in a mansion, wore fine clothes, and ate good food. But her movements were monitored, her voice silenced, and her future stolen. True comfort includes freedom of choice. Security that depends solely on another person is fragile. When Chief Nduka died, Amaka was left with nothing because her stability was tied to his life, not her own abilities. Building personal independence protects you from sudden changes. Life can strip you of riches, but it cannot take away wisdom gained through the hardship. Though Amaka returned to her mother's house empty-handed, she carried with her the lessons of self-reliance, courage, and determination to raise her child on her own terms. True love empowers, not imprisons. A healthy marriage should encourage personal growth, education, and self-expression. If love feels like chains, it is not love, it is control. Never let poverty make you accept a life you will resent. Poverty can push people into hard choices, but some choices bring deeper suffering than the poverty you were trying to escape. Your happiness is your responsibility. No matter how much others promise to take care of you, in the end, your joy, freedom, and the peace of mind depends on the life you choose for yourself. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you love my stories. Please like, comment, and share this video. And please subscribe to my channel for more exciting stories. See you all in the next video. Bye.